The number of lives lost has risen to 16, with dozens still unaccounted for after 5 harrowing days of raging wildfires. These devastating blazes have engulfed the city, leaving entire neighborhoods in ashes and heartbreak. The 2 largest fires remain largely uncontained, and strong winds forecasted in the coming days threaten to worsen the already dire situation. The destruction is staggering. More than twice the size of New York's Manhattan has been ravaged by flames. The Pacific Palisades fire, which has scorched nearly 35 square miles, is only 11% contained, meaning just a fraction of its perimeter has fire breaks to slow its advance. Brentwood, one of Los Angeles's most exclusive neighborhoods and home to celebrities like Arnold Schwarzenegger and LeBron James, now stands in the path of this unrelenting inferno. Aircrafts have been dropping thousands of gallons of fire retardant, creating dramatic scenes in the skies above, but the effort hinges on calm winds. If the forecasted gusts arrive, even these heroic air operations may become impossible. More than 12,000 homes and structures have been destroyed, and the second-largest blaze, the Eaton fire, has consumed over 20 square miles, with only 15% of it under control. Firefighters have managed to contain 2 smaller fires, but the battle is far from over. The infamous Santa Ana winds that fanned the flames initially are expected to strengthen again, potentially undoing any progress. Amid the chaos, neighboring states, the federal government, Canada, and Mexico have sent reinforcements. Over 70 firefighters from Mexico arrived in Los Angeles, greeted by the state's governor, who expressed deep gratitude for the support. These crews will join the relentless fight within the next 36 hours, working alongside the exhausted firefighters who have been battling on the front lines for nearly a week without respite. Nighttime curfews have been imposed to curb looting, as some seek to exploit the tragedy for personal gain. But even in these dark times, stories of resilience and compassion shine through. In Pasadena, volunteers at a local shelter are caring for over 450 animals rescued from the flames, offering hope to families desperately searching for their pets. Survivors, who escaped with little more than the clothes on their backs, are grappling with the loss of their homes, their communities, and their sense of security. The emotional toll is overwhelming. Streets once lined with homes are now fields of ash and rubble, with only the occasional house inexplicably left standing. Families are returning to find everything they knew reduced to debris. Among the heartbreak, some stories are unbearably tragic. Like the man found in his driveway clutching a garden hose, a haunting testament to the desperation of those who stayed to fight for their homes. For firefighters, this crisis is unlike anything they've faced. The unrelenting winds and unpredictable behavior of the flames have made their work both dangerous and disheartening. Resources are stretched thin. Equipment failures, dwindling supplies, and sheer exhaustion weigh heavily on the crews. Volunteers and organizations have stepped in, providing everything from technology to basic essentials like eye drops and gloves to keep these heroes going. Therapy dogs are being brought to fire stations and shelters to comfort both responders and survivors, offering moments of solace amid the chaos. The challenges ahead are daunting. In addition to the immediate firefighting efforts, officials must grapple with long-term questions. How will these communities rebuild? With entire neighborhoods destroyed, will residents return to places that now feel unrecognizable? And how can they rebuild when construction resources are already scarce? Yet the people of Southern California are no strangers to adversity. This is a region that has faced earthquakes, riots, and floods, and emerged stronger each time. It is a place of reinvention, where dreams endure even in the face of devastation. While the scars of these fires will last for years, the spirit of the people remains unbroken. For now, it is a race against time to contain the flames, protect what remains, and support those who have lost everything. These fires are a stark reminder of the power of nature, but also of the resilience and humanity that shine brightest in the darkest moments. The coming days will test the limits of endurance for everyone affected: firefighters, survivors, and communities trying to hold on to hope. With winds expected to intensify, the already fragile situation hangs in a precarious balance. But even as flames threaten to consume more land, what remains unshaken is the human spirit. Neighbors are helping neighbors, strangers are stepping up for one another, and the courage of the first responders inspires resilience in those who've lost everything. Families who once walked down familiar streets are now left with haunting memories of what used to be. Many survivors wonder where to begin, faced with the enormity of rebuilding their lives. And yet, amid the ashes, there's a glimmer of determination, a will to recover, to create new memories, and to stand together in the face of overwhelming loss. This story is not just about fire. It's about the lives it has touched, the bravery it has summoned, and the strength of communities determined to rise from devastation. It's about the thousands of hands, from California to Canada, working together to protect lives and preserve what they can. It's about the firefighters pushing past exhaustion to battle the blaze for yet another day, and the volunteers offering what little they have to help. As these fires continue to burn, let us not only reflect on the destruction, but also on the unity and resilience of the human spirit. To those who are fighting to save others, to the survivors starting over, and to everyone lending a helping hand, you are the heroes of this tragedy. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember that your voice matters. Together, we can shed light on these stories and advocate for the help these communities desperately need. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and join us in sharing the stories that need to be heard. Together, we can make a difference.